Hi there, it's Clive here with another review, and today we're looking at a gaming mice. And again, this is like you've seen my previous video review of the gaming keyboard, the super cheap gaming keyboard. This is a super cheap gaming mice, but I got this off Amazon. It's called the EasySMX Gamer's Choice, and the thing about this is it's got 4 programmable keys. You can tailor the weight. It's got a braided USB cord. So for all extensive purposes, it sounds like a pretty high-end gaming mouse, and yet it costs less than $10. We're talking about £7.99. I got it from Amazon, which is ridiculously cheap. The question is, of course, with all these things, with all the added benefits that it says it has, is it any good? And can we add it to our other successful cheap keyboard that I reviewed earlier? So we'll do an unboxing, then we'll go through some of the features, and then I'll call on our resident gaming expert who actually picked this mouse. I was going to get a different mouse, but my son specifically wanted a mouse with at least 3 programmable buttons. This comes with 4 programmable buttons, and it just seemed like a better mouse than the one I was going to buy him. So we thought we'd buy this, give it a test. So without further ado, let's crack on, do the unboxing and look at the main features. Okay, this is the EasySMX optical gaming mouse. It's got 9 buttons, weight tuning, non-slip design with 4 programmable buttons, LED lights and a fire stroke sniper button. And this is the SMX 2019 edition. Let's just unbox it first. Ooh. Okay, so we've got the manual. Oh, a voucher as well, that's nice. So we've got the manual here. It comes with its own software, as I understand. So it just breaks down how to program the keys in various languages: English, Dutch, French, Italiano, Spanish, and I think that's Chinese. Braided cable here, which, you know, to me, if you remember the keyboard review I did, that had a normal plastic cable, and I much prefer braided cables. They just are more durable and they last longer, so that's quite good. Nice to see they've even, you know, bothered to put protection on the end there. Here's the basic mouse. As you can see, it's a pretty impressive looking mouse. It feels quite light, but as I say, apparently you can change the weight of it and stuff. Let's plug it into the PC. Okay, so the EasySMX optical gaming mouse with 9 buttons, a weight tuning set, non-slip design. You can see here the sort of nice design here, sort of for nice grip, a nice grip design. It feels very nice, the way that the thumb just sort of slips into this space here, and nice long clicker buttons here and here. As you see, you've got this extra button on the side here, which is like a fire sort of sniper button, plus these buttons here, programmable buttons here as well. So they're the 4 programmable buttons. I think you need to do that in the software. And of course the braided cable, of course, which I really like. I've measured it on the site, it says 1.8, but I measured it's 1.5 meters. And then of course this nice sort of glowing LED light effect here, this breathing LED light. So as I say, it looks pretty good. So apparently with the sniper button here on the side, it automatically switches from whatever DPI you've set it to 400 DPI, so that you can be even more accurate when you're in the sniper mode. So that's quite cool. How that works or not, we'll have to see when we test it out for gaming. But overall, I mean, for the money, it looks like a great mouse. It certainly feels very responsive so far, and that's just sort of obviously browsing the web and trying it out on the computer. Key thing to note is it's plug and play, so you just plug it in and it's ready to operate. If you want to customize any of the settings on it, then you just basically apparently go to their website, easysmx.com, and you download the software, and then the sniper button and the left button can be set up in that using that customizable software. You can take this whole case off here, and in here you've got these different weights. With these weights here, you can adjust the weight of the mouse to suit how you like it. Some people like to play with a slightly heavier mouse, but basically, yeah, it's very customizable, and therefore for the money, I think this mouse already seems like a lot of value. It does feel, you know, fairly plasticky, and that's what you'd expect given the money. But what I am impressed about is just really the versatility of the mouse. I mean, doing that too often, I reckon this might come a bit loose, but we'll have to see. It says, you know, they've tested for sort of 3 million clicks. I'm just going to plug that back in, and then we'll test it out on some games. One of the reasons I bought this mouse was to go with the gaming setup that I'm putting in my son's bedroom, which is basically the Xbox. So we do a bit of PC gaming, but mostly our gaming is on the Xbox. And when he's playing things like Fortnite and those Xbox games which have keyboard mouse compatibility, he likes to use the keyboard and mouse. And that's why we thought we'd buy a little gaming mouse to do that. And this is the one he picked because of the programmable keys, as I mentioned earlier. So let's plug it into the Xbox now and see how that functions. Okay, so I plugged it into the Xbox. It didn't immediately respond, but since I've uploaded Fortnite, you can see that it is responding now. So if it doesn't respond automatically on the main Xbox home face, give it time to upload any software it needs, and maybe just try it out on a game that's got mouse and keyboard functionality. Got that one. How did you find playing with the mouse?
I found it much easier because these two are much like smaller than the others, and they're much like just like less sound. Because I only want like one, like the keyboard sound that's better than like this, and the other one was quite loud, but this one's nice and silent.
Do you like the lighting design on the...
Yeah, the lighting design on this, it looks really cool. The fade on it.
So overall, you're glad that we went for that mouse
instead of the other one. Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. The EasySMX mouse. Very good. We've played a few games on the Xbox. Works great with the Xbox. Works great with PC games. As I say, done a bit more research now. I've had some time. I've spent a few hours with it now. And the programmable buttons, the ones that aren't programmable, are the left trigger here and the sniper button here. The sniper button here, this extra button here, works really well. And effectively what it does, as I mentioned earlier in the video, is when you go to shoot or you kind of raise up the gun sight or whatever, if you push down on that button at the same time as you're about to fire, it reduces the DPI to 400, so you can target in sniper mode a lot easier than when the sensitivity is high and the sight's going from left and right and it's really hard to focus. And it is very useful because I tried a different mouse and had the sensitivity set on high, and then when I went to focus in a sniper mode, it was like, whoa, I couldn't, you know, I found it quite difficult to get used to. So that's really a useful button. So programming the buttons is fairly straightforward. It's a case of sort of drag and drop on the software that you get. I found a video explaining how to do it all. It was very useful because when I went to there, looked at the software, it wasn't that obvious. But I'll leave a click to that YouTube video that explains it all. But basically you just reassign the control. So, you know, whatever these two buttons do, you can say, okay, make the right button do it. And if the right button, you can swap it with, say, the click down wheel button. So you can swap those around. So that would be quite useful if you like that kind of level of programmability. You can also build in shortcuts like you have with a keyboard with a function key. So you can make a click down take you to home, or, you know, bring up a specific, you know, bit of media on your computer or whatever, or assign it to a key. Again, for customization, that might be quite useful to you. And finally, the third element of it is macros. You can create macros. So for instance, you can get it to do a sequence of letters. Imagine in gaming this would be quite useful. And in the video, she sort of spells out, she sets a macro that basically spells out EasySMX, EasySMX, just by clicking on a button. And you can either decide to do it, you click it and it does it 3 times in a row, or you click it and it keeps repeating those words until you unclick. So you can see in a gaming format that would be quite useful. For instance, in Fortnite, you could set up a sort of a build sequence, just click on a button and it builds that sequence for you. I don't know whether that's possible. I might get my son to try that. And I don't know what degree that is sort of cheating. I don't know. As a gaming mouse, it is pretty impressive and well worth a look. And if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a gaming setup, say you're a bit of a casual keyboard and mouse gamer, or you may want to try it out on your Xbox, perfect, give it a go. Hope you found this video useful. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, hit that notification button so you know when I'm doing other videos. Please like and comment below if you have any questions. I'll try my best to answer it. As I say, I'll leave a link to the video that tells you how to program, that use the software to program this as well, so you can see how easy it is as well in the description below. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time.